When I first met you, you said you have nothing to offer. I'm just like everybody else. But through it all, I think you've found that you have so much to offer. Wherever you go, they're lucky to have you. 我叫 Julia Gooding， 最近10年一直在给中国学生辅导申请美国高中和大学。
My name is Bob Patterson. Most recently, I was the Director of Admissions at Stanford.
What admissions officers are expecting is the unexpected.
I think the biggest mistake is that students try to check off all the boxes that they think are going to be meaningful to the admissions office rather than doing the things that are meaningful to them. Chinese student who actually was very interested in gaming, and all he wanted to do was play video games. So we explored the different aspects of gaming. What did he like about gaming? It turned out that he really liked graphic design, and he started working with a tutor to really focus in on C++ programming and Java programming. And he really got engaged with computer science. So it was that first step outside of being a gamer. He could do more. And so we discussed that he could create a video game that was a graphic design video game. I told him, why don't we explore a summer program? So he enrolled at a course at Brown University, built his own virtual reality video game. So he put it on the App Store and he started having downloads. You didn't hear me mention anything about athletics. You didn't hear all these other things that students think they need to do. They need to really focus on what they care about the most.
Chinese students spend so much time in school and doing everything that everybody else is doing. Almost the only way it's possible for a student to completely stand out, just thinking about what can I create.
I have a student that I worked with the last several years who now is a sophomore at Dartmouth University. He actually started creating lamps out of recycled automobile parts. And he went to Haiti for a mission trip. When people suffered from natural disasters, they didn't have power. So he took his leadership and his initiative and commitment to light bulbs and electrical engineering and energy and adapted those pieces into a solar piece. And he created a solar power. He then said, there's a real connection between light. So he then created a Wi-Fi card that he built into his lights, give to other people in the United States so that when they would turn on their light, his light would also flicker. So he didn't necessarily have to have a conversation, but he knew somebody else was there through the presence of light. He showed what he could do, and it wasn't that he was an official leader of a particular organization, and you lead by example and not lead by title.
And I think what can be scary for students and families is that these types of projects, they could fail. It's not a summer program. You don't get a certificate. Anybody can do it, and you know what the result is going to be. But what is that doing to distinguish you? Almost nothing. So being able to take a risk, try something totally different. Maybe it's going to fail, but in that process, you're going to learn so much about the topic you're studying, so much about yourself, that the benefit far, far outweighs the potential failure. Getting outside of the classroom, getting out of your school bubble, and starting to think about what are the problems I'm seeing around me, because I think entrepreneurs and problem solvers often come from this point of view. And then looking back and reflecting on your own skills and thinking about what can I do in this situation that maybe somebody else could do, but nobody else is.